Hello Simeon, so we're doing a tutorial post on 7-segment display. We're going to be making all our connections on a breadboard. Usually use a breadboard when you don't want to do a permanent circuit, so you don't need to solder. For the breadboard, the horizontal line here are all connected, but there's a break here. So if you should put a source voltage here, you can't get that source voltage here because it's broken here. If you check beneath the breadboard, there's a break here. You can get it here though, you can get it here, you can get it here. But in order for us to get this source voltage here, we'll have to put a jumper wire to jump to this other side. For the vertical lines, they are all connected, but if you put a source voltage at A, you can't get at F, you can't get at G, H, I, J. So we'll have to also jump. So A, B, C, D, E, F are all connected, but they're not connected here. Only F, G, H, I, J are connected. So we can jump here with a jumper wire down to this point and get the same source voltage here. Now, in order to make all these connections, we are going to be using our jumper wire. Yeah, this is a jumper wire just to make connections from one point to another. But for this tutorial, one's going to be using this one. We'll be using a network cable which we cut. Yeah, we'll cut these ones in order to reduce the length of the wire and make it to be for our work. So we're going to be using a shorter jumper wire. Now let's go back to the 7 segments. The 7 segments is actually the earliest form of display. Well, here, just as it is here, it has been replicated on this paper. So this pin here, G, this pin here, F, these are cathode, they are all grounded together. This A, B, E, D are cathode, C and H. It's called a common cathode. You actually have two types, a common cathode and a common anode. This is called a common cathode because inside all of these segments, the cathodes of each of the LEDs are connected together, so they are common to each other. While for a common anode, each of the anode of the LEDs are connected together, so hence they are called a common anode. Some persons want to argue that it's called a 7 and 8 segment because you have A, B, C, D, E, F and G. So they want to say this decimal point also is on that segment H, but no, this is just the 7 segment, so not an 8 segment. So we're able to get the pin out by first of all switching our multimeter to continuity, and then since we decided we're going to buy a common cathode, we'll place it here. We'll place the negative probe of our multimeter on the cathode, and then we check for each of these. So if we should put it here, G lit up, so we knew this was G. F came on and we know this was F. Using a resistor to limit the amount of current that goes into our 7 segments, because if not, the LEDs are going to fry. So actually the value of the resistor is already calculated. So this is a 330 ohm resistor which we are going to be using for the LEDs in the 7 segments to limit the flow of current, to break and make current continuous. So we can use the switch on our 7 segments when we're done and switch off the circuit. Switch on the circuit, switch off the circuit. So these are battery and battery clip. This is a 9-volt battery, and these are battery clip used to make connection from the battery to our circuits. So that's all. Okay, thank you Stimians. I hope you enjoy it.